package games available. Go to the nearest ticket booth or visit the team's website to secure your tickets today. Folks, don't forget that you'll have to game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, the Plus, and the Timberwolves dancers. We want your time at Theater to be enjoyable, intimate, and free. If you are having an issue at any time that leads to your dress, please text the word Timberwolves along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Don't forget about our Win Fair giveaway day, where all attendees will receive a Cubs mascot token.
Game 4 of the West.
And what a game we have here tonight. A potential sweep of this series. It's Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. This is Brian A. Here we go. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And now Dallas' starting group. Washington and Lively down low. MP is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Flag in at the 3. Back to Randall. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And they've been looking very strong here in the postseason. Going undefeated now, 7 games in a row. Had a nice rest after round 1. And a chance tonight to close out and punch a ticket to the conference finals.
They are definitely playing excellent basketball, both sides of the ball. But as we've seen before, the closeout games are the toughest. They're in a commanding position, but tonight could be the toughest battle they've had so far.
Strong move by Reed. He's tall and agile and strong. It's hard to slow down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's MP. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Washington, a screen on Edwards. Watford the pass to Washington. Cash gets MP picking up the assist.
You know, Washington brings terrific strength to his inside game. He plays with quite a bit of force and fought his way into that shot.
MP against Edwards. Offline with a 3. The Mavericks on offense. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said he'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet can be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
You know, it's pretty clear. MP is a special, talented player with tremendous upside.
Shot clock at 6. Edwards can't hit.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
MP to pass to Washington. From deep, MP. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
4 straight hoops. Ideal start for them.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. The 3, DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota.
Just 1 for 5.
Oh boy, now what you want to see here, folks. MP is in a lot of pain, and it appears that he hurt his ankle on that last play. You can feel the shock of his teammates right now.
Yeah, hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. Certainly they'll need to take MP and have the trainer look at his ankle.
The Timberwolves lead by 13. We have an update on MP. He will be returning to play tonight. Looks like he'll be out there to start the second half. A huge boost for this team.
Yeah, they're saying it's a high ankle sprain. Not sure how serious it is, but either way, I'm sure it's going to be tough to play on. And this could be one of those moments where the entire team gets sent into overdrive with MP coming back.
Randall deciding where to go with it. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. McDaniels can't hit.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Yeah, you know, they're
Irving. MP outside. Fires
To make you pay from deep.
Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. Washington grabs the miss.
With the defense absent, that's a harbinger of things to come. He's looking at having a very big second half.
Pass to McDaniels. The three. Sure, from three-point range. McDaniels got 6.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3.
Randall outside. Looking to get back on track. And then getting it done inside.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
And here's Watford. 16 points for him. Off target at the rim.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
For 3, Randall. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Mavericks trail by 10. MP shot is off.
That's their plan to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. From outside the arc. The putback. Controls the rebound. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Randall really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels and crashing the glass.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He finished with 67 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. He feels confident he can build on that prior success.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the...
Kind of beat on that one. Timeout. Timeout. Wow. Sorry.
Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Conley passes to Clark. Conley, a screen on Christie. Christie against Clark. On the wing, Ingles. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. From deep, Conley. Christie with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
It's blocked by Gobert.
This has always been a highlight of Gobert's game. Elite rim protection.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Marshall can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Now Clark. Gobert with a screen on Christie. Lets it fly. They grab their own miss. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Minnesota leading by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we're back with you, folks, as this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on. Inside. Gobert inside. Marshall's there. Gobert with the bucket.
Very close. It's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Mavericks trail by 5. Back to Watford. For 3. Sinks it from distance. MP's got 28.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Highland. Ingles, a screen on MP. Back to Ingles. Lets it go from deep. And Watford pulls it down. And so MP will bring it up for Dallas to take the lead. Elite range, MP.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. He's checked in for Minnesota. And Dallas also making a switch. Irving's checked in for Williams. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Watford. And again, it's Dallas.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Gobert. Edwards against MP. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
MP drives to the hoop.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Ingles. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Dallas also making some changes. Lively comes in for Marshall. And it's P.J. Washington in for Christie. Now Reed. Now McDaniels. Beyond the arc. Washington with a rebound.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Cash it in.
Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
Edwards. No good. Unable to win this run. Outside MP. For 3. Trash from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
And the Mavericks lead by 8. Here's MP. Puts up a deep 3. Nope. Irving against McDaniels. Now DiVincenzo. Oh, he missed the jumper.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
The 3 is in.
Oh, serious range from MP. I wasn't sure he had that in his bag.
Edwards. Oh, missed on the tray.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Oh, no good.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Mavericks.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
They just owned this series from the start. A clean sweep and a dominant showing from them.
Yeah, super impressive. They took a hold of this series from the jump and just never took their foot off the accelerator.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
I think his authoritative defense was huge for them tonight. He established early that he wasn't allowing easy buckets. They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Money from three.
MP smart enough to know he doesn't have to get to the rim to be effective.
And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
And so the Dallas Mavericks have won the series. It's a clean sweep. They have no issues winning the series. They're off to the conference finals.
And they're playing.
An incredible display of shot making and clutch play, MP. As you reach the half-century mark in a win, you look like you are not going to be denied. Was there any extra motivation for you in this one?
What we doing? Go ahead and show it.
No, not when the game first started. I was just trying to let the game come to me. But the more I let the game come, the better I felt. It was like the game made itself at home in my living room.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I was...
Over to you, B.A.
Thank you, Jennifer. Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our...
All right, I'm here with MP, the man, the myth, the legend, as he helps his team move on.